In this discussion, I will reflect on how others perceive me compared to how I perceive myself, based on interviews with two people in my life. One is one of my family member, and the other one is one of my colleague. This reflection connects directly to chapter 3 and 4 of Organizational Behavior for Better Tomorrow by Newbert and Dick, which emphasize the role of individual attributes, perceptions, and internal states in shaping place behavior. First of all, how other people perceive me. Both individuals described me as dependable, calm, and organized. And they also said that I tend to be quiet and reserved, especially in group or professional settings. While they viewed this as professionalism. And they also mentioned that it can sometimes come across as being distant or less engaged. And the perception I am most interested in shaping is being seen as too reserved. So I would like to be perceived as more approachable and expressive, particularly in leadership or like team-based environments. So the second one is reasons behind this perception. And they explain that this perception is formed largely through my communication style. I tend to listen more than I speak, and I usually wait until I feel confident that my input is necessary or valuable before contributing. So according to Newbert and Dick, perception is influenced by observable behavior, not internal intention, because others cannot see my thought process. They rely on what they observe, such as how often I speak up or initiate conversation. So third is my contribution to this perception. I recognize that my own actions have contributed to this perception. I often prioritize efficiency and task completion over social interaction. In meeting or group work, I may focus on listening carefully rather than actively signaling engagement. As discussed in Chapter 3, individual attributes such as personality traits and communication performance strongly influence how others interpret our behavior. And my introverted tendencies have likely reinforced the perception that I am reserved. And first is perceptual errors involved, and there may be some perceptual errors influencing how others see me. So one example is selective perception, where people focus on my quietness while overlooking my consistent contributions and reliability. So there may also be subtle stereotyping and assuming that someone who speaks less is less engaged or less confident. Chapter 4 explains that perceptual errors are common and often unintentional, especially when people rely on limited information or first impressions. So fifth is accuracy of perceptions. I do not believe my perception is automatically more accurate than theirs. So while I understand my internal motivation and level of engagement, others form perceptions based on what they can observe, as Newbert and Dick explain, and perception becomes reality in organizational settings because it affects relationships, trust, and effectiveness. Their feedback is valid because it reflects how my behavior is experienced by others, regardless of my intent. So this reflection helped me better understand the gap between intention and the perception. As a future manager or leader, I recognize the importance of managing not only my performance, but also how my behavior is interpreted. Moving forward, I plan to be more intentional about verbal participation asking questions, and expressing engagement more openly. Overall, this exercise reinforced the core concepts that self-awareness and understanding individual attributes and states are essential for effective leadership and positive organizational behavior. Thank you.